deportation order, including our next guest, Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann, a Republican from Minnesota. Congresswoman, welcome. Good to have you here on your last day in office. It's good to have you. Let's jump into some of this, and then we'll get to that in just a moment. You're very unhappy, obviously, with the passage of this bill. You said you've been happy, even though it's your last day, because you feel like you've been fighting to the very last minute of your service on Capitol Hill. And I also understand that you took an opportunity at the White House Christmas party to ask the president to bomb Iranian nuclear facilities during your moment with him shaking the hands by the Christmas tree. How did that go?
Well, you know, I decided this will be the last time that I'll have a conversation with the President of the United States in my capacity as a member of Congress, and I decided to have a substantive conversation. And I thought about what is the most important issue facing the United States today, and it's Iran obtaining a nuclear weapon. So I asked the President to be very serious and to think about this, because if Iran obtains a nuclear weapon, on his watch, the course of history will change.
What was his response?
I used that time. Pardon?
What was his response?
Well, he was actually fairly condescending. He smiled and laughed and was fairly patronizing and said, well, you know, it just isn't that easy, Michelle, but that's okay. Like, I'm a little woman who doesn't know what I'm talking about. And so I told him, no, Mr. President, this is quite serious. This will be on your watch, and you can't go backwards. This is the ultimate and high-stakes bingo. We can't get it wrong. And if there's anything Iran has proved, it's that they have blown through every requirement, and they have moved fully ahead to put together their nuclear program. This is a very serious issue. They have stated unequivocally they will bomb the United States, they will bomb Israel, they will use this weapon if they have it, and I believe under no circumstances should Iran ever have access to a nuclear weapon. But they're on their way. They're well on their way.
Interesting exchange, and I know something you feel very strongly, obviously, and very passionately about. I want to thank you for being with us quite often in your capacity as Congresswoman, and wish you well in your future endeavors. And I'm sure we'll see you on the other side and in your next life and the next chapter as well. Thank you very much, Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann. Good.